with the Popo Backyard Farm, and I wanted to show you a stitch. It is called the American Moss Stitch, and it's kind of neat. It's kind of fluffy, and I'm going to have the pattern below so you can read the pattern in the description. And I found that there are many knitting patterns you can do that are just knit and purl that are pretty easy. So if you're a beginner and you want to kind of ump up your game, this is a really nice pattern. And like I said, I'm going to leave the pattern below. And I also have it on my blog. A couple things I wanted to just make note of with this particular pattern was I tried it on baby yarn, and I felt like it actually showed up a little bit better on baby yarn. And I tried it in just like regular old yarn that you get at Walmart. And as you can see, I'm going to try to do this on cotton too to show you guys. Now when counting the moss stitch, because you can see the pattern below, you're going to be doing, like, you'll say it says knit, purl, like count the stitches exactly as it says. It's not like knit, purl, it's like knit, purl, knit, one set, knit, purl, knit, another set. So if that helps you, on my blog I explain it further, but just in case it's not coming out for you, just make sure that you do it that way rather than every other one. So, you know, like when you see it says knit, purl, knit, one set. Or if it says purl, knit, purl, another set. Then you start counting again. You go purl, knit, purl, purl, knit, purl, purl, knit, purl, not knit, purl, knit, purl, knit, purl. I hope that I made that understandable. But when you're new and you're trying different stitches, sometimes you can get confused and you're wondering why your stitches aren't coming out. And that's why. You know, sometimes it's the way you're counting them, the way you're reading the pattern, especially if you're new to patterns. So, you know, because it'll say something like 3 plus 1 or multiples of 3. And when you start looking at patterns, it can be a little confusing sometimes. Or you might do something and you might say, well, how come mine doesn't look like that? And sometimes too, you have to get into the pattern a little bit before you start to see the design and understand, okay, I am doing it right, but this is, you know, what had to happen so it would look, say, like the waffle stitch, which I'll show you that one too, but not today. But anyway, this is a really fun pattern. It's simple, the American Moss Stitch, and you can make so many things. You can make scarves, you can make this like on the end of, say, a sleeve for a sweater. And one thing I'm doing right now, just for kicks, I'm trying some new things, and so this is just like, I could have bordered this with crochet or bordered it with something else, but right now I'm just trying different stitches. But I said, hey, maybe for like April, maybe I'll make everything yellow in my kitchen, or keep it all yellow, or, you know, May I can try blue. You know, you can kind of play around with stuff, try different stitches, and just by keeping it the same color, like, you know, 2 or 3 colors in the room, you can kind of get the look. And because I did interior design before, I worked in that field for a while, you know, any room will look nice with just 3 colors all mixed up together in the same room. So if you decide you're gonna, you know, say you're gonna knit, you can pick like a blue, yellow, and something else and just put them all over the room. If you want to practice some patterns, you can have fun with it by decorating that whole room with the new stitches that you're learning. So the purpose of today is to show you the moss stitch, to get you thinking about other stitches besides knit and purl and knit, and to get you to branch out a little bit more, try new things. If you make a mistake, don't crucify yourself. Just use it for a dishcloth or something, and then next time do better. But the goal is to have every single piece as you go on to look professional. But right now, we're just kind of playing, and I wanted to kind of, you know, let you see where I'm at with my knitting so you can stretch your wings right along with me and, you know, kind of help you out so you're not afraid to try new things or run into a mistake. And there's tons of videos on YouTube of different stitches and stuff. And what I do a lot of times, I'll just watch a whole bunch of videos on the same stitch, and I'll read books on the same stitch, and I'll learn about it so I can get better. And, you know, if you hear different people's points of view, then you'll know, you'll have that aha moment. So don't be afraid to, you know, like, say the moss stitch, you know, look at Pinterest, look at um, other YouTubers, but I encourage you to watch more than one person because sometimes you might not be getting it, and then you'll see somebody else doing a stitch, and it'll be like that's your aha moment. So don't get discouraged if you try a stitch. Don't think, oh, I can't do that. Just like I said, when I learn a new pattern, a new stitch, I'll like watch all the videos. I'll read all the books so I can get good at what I do. And so this is a little project I'm doing today, or have done this week, and I just thought it would be fun to share it with you guys. So this is the moss stitch. I just love the looks of it, and I have the pattern below. And if you do the moss stitch, whether you're old or new to it, you know, please do a video and attach it to the bottom of this video so I can see what you've done and I can check out your work, your instructional video, and all that you've done. Okay, guys, God bless. We'll see you in the next video.